Hi, I'm Denise DeFara. This week on the vlog, I'm taking you with me on snippets of my weekend away. Phillip and I went away to a beautiful little cabin for a few-day retreat to celebrate his birthday. And this time I was determined to take with me a little bundle of art supplies. So when there was times, and actually because the weather was really off, it's been raining, and so for 2 full days of our 3 away, it rained, and it actually only fined up on the day we were to check out at 10 a.m. So I was really pleased. We packed books, and I brought a couple of sketchbooks and pens. I bought a few Neo colors, but I didn't use any color, and I whipped out some pages from like scrapbooking papers with just black and white pattern on them, because I just had a feeling I would enjoy doing something with those. I'm really intrigued by things that are high contrast at the moment, so black and white, it really appeals to me. So I gathered those few things, and so it's sort of, I guess, it might be lovely if you're wanting company as you are in your studio making some art. It's kind of gentle. There's lots of bits and pieces of nature that I'm sharing with you, of places that we saw and went, and a cute little wildlife friend. And what else? Well, I'll leave some things for surprises, but I just wanted to intro and just say that it's got a little bit of art making, but showing you kind of the beauty and moments that I witnessed, and thought I would gather snippets of them to share here. Okay, thanks for watching. The little cottage was so cute and welcoming. So even though it was raining, it still felt like we had a really nice little place to be. It really reminded me of a Matisse-like painting with the furniture and the mirror and things. So it already made me feel like, oh, I really want to draw that. Mm-hmm. And then, oh my goodness, look at the beautiful prints. Matisse. And the black and white tiles were really fun. I enjoyed those because I had some paper, you'll see later on, that I was able to use for them. And there was all little things that I thought, oh, still life items. It's amazing how differently you look at a place when you're thinking, I might draw that. Like I loved this little bird and thought, oh, well, I think I might need to draw that. And outside was the rain. But I was noticing how I wasn't feeling as devastated as I would have been in past times with having rain on, happening when we're on holiday. That feeling of big disappointment that, oh my God, it was supposed to be sunny. What do we do now? So I was very grateful to have some creative things to do, and to be able to look out. It was still really beautiful to be able to look out at water and trees, like a big tree friend standing there. And that was a little jetty out to our own little platform thing.
Imagine losing your job but finding a social network of people familiar with your work and ready to help you find a new one. Imagine turning a side project or a hobby into a profession because you had a following that would support you. Or imagine something simpler and just as satisfying. Spending the majority of your time, energy and attention practicing a craft, learning a trade or running a business, while also allowing for the possibility that your work might attract a group of people who share your interests. All you have to do is show your work.
And Philip was so sweet. He read me the whole book, the Austin Kleon Show Your Work. And it was really lovely to be reminded of the gems in that book. And it was sort of ironic, him talking about sharing your work while I was making a video knowing I would share it on my vlog. So, the connection was not lost on me. And just noticing all of the feelings of creating and doing this is, like a life in progress, which I guess vlogs are. And so, it gave me lots to think about. And I might put some music on for a bit of this now because I'm running out of words. And I can already feel just the simple act of bringing a bag of art supplies with me, simple things, pens and journal. I already feel not so disappointed that it's raining. And that makes really quite a difference because I'm really somebody who responds really well to the sunny days, but the grey days not so much. So, I love that you can kind of bring that sunshiny feeling inside with something creative. Wondering about the ink pen. I got that at my local Office Works, and it's one that I can refill with ink myself, which I really appreciate, so I don't have to buy cartridges for it. I can keep refilling it. And I've taken to using it for sometimes writing in my sketchbook or journal, and also sometimes to draw with, and just holding it loosely and letting it flow. It has such a simple, crisp, nice feeling, the line. To work with ink, there's something about it. And it's a gentle process, just pen and ink. I guess that's exactly what it is, pen and ink. And so I'm quite taken with the simplicity. I think once I start colouring things in, then I feel they can be ruined in a way if it's not done in a particular way that you had in mind and then it didn't come out quite like that. So at the moment I'm really enjoying that I've taken the pressure off this way of drawing, and I'm just happy to leave them black and white. And I enjoy that when I've gone to urban sketches as well.
Now let's face it, we're not all artists or astronauts. A lot of us go about our work and feel like we have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. But whatever the nature of your work, there is an art to what you do. And there are people who would be interested in that art.
So we really are just a couple of ordinary people. We're both pretty introverted. So this was sort of like just blissful for me to be in this little cabin, raining outside, and Philip's reading me a book. I just wasn't expecting that kind of loveliness to occur because he didn't show me or tell me what books he was bringing, and then he just he read Miro's Garden, a little other small book, and then he started reading this one, and it was so beautiful to hear his voice in the background, and I was pottering along in my sketchbook, and just the very plain and simpleness of that. Some people love watching footy, and some people love to just do something like this, really simple, quiet activity, and I highly recommend it. It was really special, and so I've included it. I've made it in black and white because we looked pretty ordinary and sound pretty ordinary, and so I took the sound down and thought I would say hello to you after when I recorded. But those are the papers I was talking about. I just got a pad from Spotlight of all these black and white pages, and they came in really handy. I really enjoyed having just those to do collage with. I didn't have to kind of paint things ahead of time or make them. I was just brought them with me. Yeah, and I was sticking them in amongst the notes that I'm on day 28 and 29 of Cheryl Tave's course, that Insight Creative Sketchbook Challenge. Oh yeah, there's a cute little vase that happened. Yeah, so the simple things are sometimes the best.
The form of what you share doesn't matter. Your daily dispatch can be anything you want: a blog post, an email, a tweet, a YouTube video, or some other little bit of media. There's no one-size-fits-all plan for everybody. Social media sites are the perfect place to share daily updates. Don't worry about being on every platform. Pick and choose based on what you do and the people you're trying to reach. Filmmakers hang out on YouTube or Vimeo. Business people, for some strange reason, love LinkedIn. Writers love Twitter. Visual artists tend to like Tumblr, Instagram, or Facebook. The landscape is constantly changing, and new platforms are always popping up and disappearing.
It finally fined up in the late afternoon, so we were able to go out for a walk, which was really great. And we could see the lake. It wasn't all squally and wavy and dirty and grey. Having some colour come back into the sky was gorgeous. So it was sort of urban, what do you call it? Rural residential area. And I couldn't believe my eyes when we walked along the road and I looked over there, and there was one of those little free libraries where you're allowed to go and choose a book or two and take it away. I didn't have anything to replace it with, but I'm a frequenter of these things when I find them, so I make sure to take books when I know about them. So this was so wonderful. It was like, for me, it was like a SARK moment, where miracle, find me now, and you go off for a walk. That was miraculous to me, to find this little library in the middle of this weekend away. And I found 2 books to take home, and I was very excited. And then who should we discover? But this is a little tawny frogmouth. I've never seen them sitting on the ground before. They're always up in a tree, hidden so well you can hardly see them. And this little guy, I've zoomed in, but I didn't go up this close to him myself, or her. and just such a sweetheart. It looked like he was drying out after all the rain. It was adorable. They're so clever, looking like wood. And this was just a little way away from, so that's the lake we were staying on, but we were just a bit further back. This is gorgeous when it was calm. It was amazing. I thought, what a beautiful place to be. There's some people lucky enough to have their homes overlooking this full time. How lovely. I wouldn't be surprised if some koalas live around this area, but we didn't see any. And here I am again. I think this is probably the last day, so I thought I would just sit. I just did quite a bit of sitting there, pondering, contemplating, and just really enjoying the peacefulness. And I was thinking how people talk about self-care being so important, but I realized for me, self-connection, it has to go even deeper. Here's my little drawings. Just with pencil, that one. I lose patience sometimes and forget and don't do the pattern making, but that's okay. That was the one that reminded me of sort of a Matisse picture, and that's using the paper for the tiles, so that felt fun. And this is the last morning. Amazing. Philip's actual birthday, and the sun came out and it was beautiful and fine, and that was really a treat. So he's down on the little jetty thing taking some photos of the sunrise. There's a beautiful sun peeping through.